You were tossed into this world like a sack of wet garbage, helpless, clueless, and totally unaware of how miserable your life is about to become. Around you, 10 other tiny sausages, just as slimy and confused as you. All of you, wet, blind, defenseless, and worst of all, totally snackable. Your eyes blink open, and the first thing you see is a swamp. Mud, grass, water, and yeah, a little bit of poop. What a breathtaking view. Your mom isn't cradling you or singing lullabies. Nope, she just walks off. Because if you hang around too long, odds are you'll end up as breakfast for one of the locals. You try to stand, but your body feels like warm jelly. You shake, slip, crash, over and over, until finally you manage to stumble onto your feet. Just then, splash. You turn your head and see him, the caiman. That toothy nightmare has locked eyes on you, and you can tell he's thinking lunch. Panic hits. You bolt, legs flailing. You fall face first into the mud. Fantastic. Now you're not just a potential meal, you're pre-breaded. You keep struggling, flopping through the sludge, tumbling into the water. And then you're swimming. A few minutes later, you drag yourself out of the river, soaked, filthy, and embarrassed. Your heart's pounding from your brush with death when suddenly a new thought hits. I am starving. You sniff the air, scanning for anything edible. Grass, leaves, roots, tree bark. Take your pick. You grab a bite and start chewing, hoping for relief. But there's a catch. Your stomach can't handle it. It churns violently. You feel sick, like you're about to hurl your entire first meal. You glance down and see a little pile of your own poop. Oh no, number you wouldn't? But yes, you do. You sigh in defeat and eat it. And guess what? Your stomach settles. You let out a big gassy bob, like a firecracker. Feeling a little better, you trudge down the riverbank hoping to find your kind. Up ahead, a group of capybaras basking in the sun, chilling in the mud. Perfect. You dash toward them, eager to blend in. But bam, you get launched backward into the muck. Standing over you is a massive capybara. He's not amused. You've been officially rejected like an unwanted guest. Hurt but not defeated, you wander off, sniffing around for shelter. That's when you spot a big fallen tree. You flop down beside it, finally feeling a bit of peace. And then, bzz, mosquitoes. A whole swarm of them. They're everywhere, biting, buzzing, driving you insane. You swat, you shake, you flail. Nothing works. You dive into the water, leaving only your nose above the surface, hoping they'll lose interest. They don't. The second you surface, they're back at it. So you run until you spot a mud puddle. You dive in, coating yourself from head to paw. Now you're invisible. The mosquitoes buzz by, clueless. You hold still, barely breathing. But hey, you survived. You keep moving, still searching. Then you see her. The perfect female, graceful, calm, ears twitching, chewing grass like royalty. She's clean, she's stunning. You puff up your chest and stroll over, trying to look confident. She looks at you. You hold your breath, and she walks right past. You stand there, stunned. What just happened? But before you can even process the heartbreak, thud, the ground shakes. Something heavy just landed. On your head, behind you, stands a massive male. You're humiliated, pinned beneath his paw, and just when you think things couldn't get worse, she starts flirting with him. Then, without a second thought, he lifts his paw and strolls away. You're left there, motionless, with the imprint of his paw still pressed into your skull. Time drags on, and the sun beats down relentlessly. Your head spins. Your fur feels like it's cooking. You realize if you don't cool down soon, it's over. With a desperate push, you stumble through the thicket, searching for water. Finally, you emerge into an open area. and there it is, a cliff. You peer over the edge, barely able to see, but the sounds of croaking frogs and splashing fish give you hope. It's a lake. You step back, gather speed, and leap. For a moment, you're flying, blissful, face smiling. But then, crack. You slam into the ground, dust rising, not a single drop of water. You lie at the bottom of a dry pond, staring up at the sky. As time passes, you only get worse. Your breathing grows labored, but you push yourself up and start walking. Eventually, you find a clearing, filled with garbage cans, bags, and old junk. And there, you see it, a puddle. Without thinking, you step in, eyes closing in bliss as you relax. Suddenly, you hear a noise in the bushes. You turn to see a human. Before you can react, wham! A dart strikes your rear, and you collapse, paralyzed. Your body goes limp as your eyes close. The human grabs you, drags you through the brush, and tosses you into a cage. The door slams shut, and you're whisked away to some unknown place. When you wake up, you try to push against the metal bars, desperate to escape. But it's useless. Then a familiar scent hits you. Gasoline, asphalt, fried food, and something else. Your cage is placed on a table, and as you tumble off, a small but fierce girl snatches you up. Oh my god, he's so cute! My capybara. What? I'm not your capybara, you think? But she doesn't care. She tosses you up in the air, squeezes you so tightly your eyes nearly pop, then shoves you into a plastic container. It's not water, it's some pink liquid, and then she douses you in foam. Oh, you're going to smell like coconuts. You try to escape, but no. This little psycho starts shoving pizza, chips, and chocolate into your mouth. You chew, but something's wrong. Your stomach twists. You panic, realizing you're about to throw up. In a desperate attempt to avoid puking up that sugary poison, you strain, only to end up producing your own chocolate logs. Oh god, it's happening again. You look down in horror at your own mess. Without thinking, you eat it. It's disgusting, but you do it. The girl stares at you, horrified. But wait, she's distracted. This is your chance. You break free, leap onto the couch, then fly out the window, into freedom. You're running, sprinting through the yard, leaping over flower beds, smashing through fences. Behind you, her manic scream echoes. You cross the road, heart pounding. And then, thought. Everything hurts. You open your eyes to find a man standing before you. He gently picks you up and places you in the front seat of his car. Numb, confused, you have no idea whether you should be happy or terrified. The door shuts. The engine starts. The man looks at you. You stare back unsure. He reaches out and turns on the radio. The sound of butter fills the air. He smiles, pulls out his phone, and starts recording a TikTok. You sit there, stunned, unsure what to do next. The car stops at a gas station. The man gets out. This is your moment. You bolt across the road and slam right into something hard. You look up to see a sign that says "Caution, crocodiles." Ha! You're a capybara and you can't read. Undeterred, you plop right down into the water, pause, relaxed, exhaling in peace. Silence. Warm water, no people. But something's off. It's too quiet. No frogs, no fish, no mosquitoes. A slight tremor in the water sends your heart racing. You panic as something huge rises up before you. Well, at least you'll die clean. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It'll help our project grow, slow but steady. But don't worry, our next videos will definitely pick up the pace.